In this lesson, we're going to go ahead and look at the My Home screen and kind of what the My Home screen is, how to use it properly, also how to create and use projects properly. And what we're going to do for the remainder of this course is we're going to set ourselves up to use the My Home screen as our home base and also to create a project and a project folder file within here. But to start things off, let's go ahead and look over here at the New window. And what the My Home screen kind of gives you is this home base area, and this basically pulls your direct templates to be able to start new part projects with one click of a button. So as you can see, that kind of puts us right into the part environment directly from the My Home screen. I'm going to go ahead and close that without saving it. The same is done for assemblies, drawings, and presentations, which in the last lesson I went over what these different file types are. If you click on this Advanced tab here, this kind of pulls all of the templates that are available within Inventor, and this is where you can also save your own personal templates. You can do a lot of different things with the My Home screen as far as organization goes, and also setting up your different templates and configuring your templates from the My Home screen, whether you're going to use millimeters or if you're going to change different drawing standards, things like that. Directly below, I'd like to point out is the Recent Documents tab. Is a list of everything that I've been working on, and that is directly correlated to which project file we're set to. So as you can see, I'm set to the default project file. Back to our Recent Documents tab, basically clicking on any one of these tiles allows me to access the document that's inside. Each one of these has a lot of information to them that I can go ahead and do different things to this file directly here, which is kind of how Autodesk Inventor gives us this cool, handy organizational tool to use to be able to organize our projects or access our projects quickly. Let's say I know for a fact I am searching out an assembly, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off all of the other filters, and you can see here that this gives me only assemblies within this project folder. So I have 3 assemblies within here. Now if I wanted to, I could come down here and sort things a little bit further. I can go by file size, and what that'll do is it'll truncate things to file size in order of biggest to smallest. File location, I can go by name, which is going to give me alphabetical and numerical. Date modified, and this is the two that I use the most are recently opened and date modified. Most times I'll just be able to come in here and quickly just open the project I've been working on last and just click on it with one click of a button, and it's going to open up within Inventor. Now back to our projects for a moment. So like I said before, if I come into my project, I switch this project, and it's just a simple tick box to be able to switch between projects. What you can see is those files all disappeared. That's because I haven't opened anything within interactive tutorials, which is again another default folder that Inventor's given us. The best things is this workspace. If I click on this workspace, that pulls Windows open and pulls this up into Windows Explorer, and you can see where this project file is navigated to. Now what that does is that anytime I open or save a file, everything's going to come back to this project folder. And as I stated in the last lesson, that project bookmark folder file is basically what points to this location. Now what we're going to do for our class is we're going to go ahead and create a project folder, and the best place to do that is right up here in the My Home Page Getting Started tab and in the project file folder. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new project, and it's going to be a single user project. If you have Vault, you can also navigate a project into a Vault folder. We won't go over that. We're going to go ahead and do a single user project for our class. And what I'd like to do is we're going to go ahead and name this. We're going to go ahead and just do HSM programming. Now the next thing you do is you select where you want that to navigate to, and you can see as it says Project Workspace Folder. That's going to create a folder within here, or the project file itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this 3 dots here. I'm going to go ahead and go into my computer. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to a folder that I created earlier for our Pluralsight course. And underneath this folder, what I'd like to show you is that we have several customer files, and this is again a mock-up folder, but in typical machine shops you're going to have multiple customers inside of your drive where all of your employees or all of your programmers or you yourself are going to access each one of your customer files so that you keep your customers' content separated. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the Pluralsight file. Now you can create a folder or a project file for each customer, but that's a little bit of overkill. That tends to cause some file interoperability issues and sometimes file corruption or file loss if you have a project for every one of these folders. So kind of what I like to show is that best practice is to just keep a project file at the top level of your workspace folder. So I would break it down to say like department. Like if you had a CNC lathe department, then you're going to create a CNC lathe programming folder, and that's what you would name your IPJ. That's your Inventor project. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK to this. I'm just going to set that to be in our Pluralsight HSM course. I'm going to hit finish, and that created this HSM programming underneath the Pluralsight HSM course folder. I'm going to click done. Now immediately in 2016 this doesn't actually update until I just close the My Home page, and if you want to get back to it you can just click up here and click this home button, and now you can see it's that project has appeared. And what you can also see is that where it's navigating to, and if I click on workspace there again, immediately I'm sent into the customer folder file. If I were to come in and start a new part, and let's say I save this part file, automatically I'm going to just jump right to this customer folder. In summary, the My Home page is just a wonderful way that you can just start a new file using your templates, manage those templates and be able to access more advanced portions of the template files to be able to start them, manage our project files, and manage existing files that you've been working on. One thing I do like to point out, that if you have files that you're going to use all of the time, like let's say I was going to use this vise all of the time and I want to access this file often within this project, then I can click the pin on it and the pin's going to set it directly to the top.